Welcome. Shankara's teachings are deep and profound. RamanaMaharshi lived these teachings. Listen, reflect, and deeply meditate. I'm Richard Clarke. I'm reviewing and commenting on Adi Shankara's Atma Bodha, or self-knowledge. Today is the 10th verse. Because of the unceasing mental activity of the perceiver, holder of individual consciousness, the diverse upadhis, differentiated forms such as caste, color, lifespan, and position, are superimposed upon the self, Atman, as flavor, color, etc., are superimposed on water. The verse uses a simple, everyday image to explain something subtle and important. Just as water can take on the color or flavor of what's mixed into it, the self appears to take on the traits of the body and mind. But this is only an appearance. The water never becomes the color or flavor. It only seems that way. In the same way, the self is always pure, changeless, and untouched, even though it seems to be shaped by the experiences, roles, and identities of the individual. Sri Sankara is pointing to how the restless mind, which is constantly identifying with names, roles, duties, emotions, and memories, causes confusion. The mind is always active, thinking, judging, remembering, hoping. This unceasing motion leads the questioner to mistake the body, mind, and ego for the self. The mind says, I am a woman, or I am old, or I am a teacher. And these labels are accepted as real. But they are only forms superimposed on the self. They come and go. They change. They belong to the body or the mind. The self does not change, nor does it age, does not carry any of these qualities. It simply is aware, steady, untouched. So the verse is a kind of warning. It's saying, don't get caught in appearances. Don't confuse the self with caste, skin color, career, social status, or even your lifespan. These are all upadhis, temporary coverings. The self is not limited by them, but as long as the perceiver, the one who identifies with the mind, keeps identifying with these thoughts and roles, the confusion continues. The mind then builds a story of separation, difference, inequality, and fear, all imagined, based on identification with the ego. That's where suffering arises. Self-inquiry asks you to stop and question this movement. What is it in you that sees the thoughts, notices the changes, but does not change itself? What is always present, always silent, always aware? That is the self. Sankara's teaching invites you to notice the still, pure awareness behind all the movement. The more you rest in that awareness, the less you are disturbed by the flavors and colors of the world. The water remains water, even if it appears red, salty, or sweet. You remain the self, even if the mind is caught up in imagination and identity. The task is not to fix the mind, but to stop mistaking it for who you are. So know yourself and be always free and at peace. RamanaMaharshi could say so much with just a few words. In these books, I give comments and guided inquiries in ordinary English to deepen your practice. Available from Amazon. The link is in the video notes. These videos bring Sankara's teachings into your direct experience. Subscribe to see more. Click thumbs up to like. Send questions and start a dialogue with a comment.